don't get to win. Got you in my line of sight. I will take you down, and I'm not gonna surrender. I won't get pushed around. There will come a day when your distant memory, your ultimate defeat, is my recovery. 'Cause I face soul-searching letdowns, gut-wrenching know-hows, mind-blowing meltdowns, but I'm not giving in. I've gone through life-changing standstills, world-shattering downhills, hills, hills, and refills, but you don't get to win. Too many scans yet, too many plans. How dare you leave your star on me and think you're coming back? Cause I face soul-searching letdowns, gut-wrenching know-hows, mind-blowing meltdowns, but I'm not giving in. Gone through life-changing standstills, world-shattering downhills, hills, hills, and refills, but you don't get to win. Been through spiraling back roads, too many gun shows, crippling crossroads, but I'm not giving in. Gone through ongoing runarounds, tornado touchdowns, monumental breakdowns, but you don't get to win. You don't get to win. You don't get to win. You don't get to win.
That was Dahlia Wakefield and You Don't Get to Win. You are tuned into the Whiskey and Cigarettes Show in the company of your Cab Casanova, Romeo Rodeo, and the Italian DJ Nik. And my people, it's truly an honour and a pleasure to welcome the show today, the one, the only, Dahlia Wakefield. Hey Dahlia, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Nick. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Dahlia, and may I say it's just such a pleasure to have you on the show today. You've definitely been loving your music, and it's wonderful to finally get to talk to you.
Oh, thank you. Likewise. It's nice to be able to see your face instead of just like a round circle on Facebook.
I totally agree. That's the beauty of doing interviews like this. So Dahlia, we just heard this great song of yours, You Don't Get to Win, which is your newest and most recent single. Now, when it comes to the origins of this song, I know it has a particular story behind it. So how did this song come about?
Well, my dear friend Bobby Jane Stacy and I wrote it one March afternoon. I had just stayed overnight at her house, and after a night of drinking, and so she said that night she received, like, she just heard these words in her head, and so she like groggily wrote them down, and she said the next day she wanted to write a song. She had had a surgery in November of last year to take a lung out, and she was told that she had stage 4 cancer. And she said she wanted to write a song and leave a legacy, and just these words that she heard in her head basically spoke about her struggle with her dealing with cancer. And so we thought, yes, let's write a song about that, because it could help people, not just her. And, you know, she was a fighter, big time, you know, feisty little thing, kind earth angel. She loved the Dirt Road Angels, and she'll do anything for us. And, you know, and I wanted to do this for her. And about 3 or 4 hours later, the song was born, and we just freaking loved it. And so we decided, yeah, let's record it. So we my guitarist in several of our bands, my bands like Alan Timofichuk, he's with the Dirt Road Angels as well. I asked him to do a demo of it, and we loved what he did. And so I thought, okay, well, I think let's try getting this on the radio and stuff, and really release it properly. So we hired Rob Hughes, and we recorded it at Titan Sound in April. And she was able to, sing on the song as well. And I was so happy that she was able to do that. And unfortunately, she went into the hospital the very next day, and that's where she stayed. And, 2 weeks later on Mother's Day, she died. And I was right there holding her hand. And it was weird because the day that that happened, I had met for coffee with a good friend of mine, Sterling John, who's also a very good singer, songwriter. He gave me the idea for the cover art of where I'm holding a guitar in one hand and I'm holding her hand and that day, like, it was almost really prophetic, because that's exactly what happened. It was just so, I'll never forget that day, because, we thought she had more time. We really did. And, so in the picture, it shows me holding a guitar as she's walking up the stairway to heaven. And but I know she's looking down on us, and she's now with her son. And so it's kind of weird, because right before she passed away, her stepdaughter got to see her, and she said that Bobby was saying how she saw her son in the room and blue butterflies.
Wow.
And yeah, so my symbol for her is blue butterflies. And all that next week when I went out for my walks, I would see blue butterflies, and it was so nice to know that she's, still looking over us.
Definitely, well, it's still, and she plays a great part, of course, in this song, and I think you can definitely feel your emotion through this song as well as hers. It's a fantastic, fantastic song. And now on the heels of this song, will there be an album in the works, or are you going to go on a single by single basis at this point?
Yeah, I'm applying for grants right now. I used to be able to perform and raise the money that way to fund my albums, but I'm not doing hardly any of that right now because of the pandemic. So I'm hoping to get a grant, or maybe some rich benefactor will come and sweep me off my feet and and pay for my album, or maybe I'll win the lottery or something. Who knows? But yes, I do plan on recording an album. And if I don't get the grant, then it'll just be a single by single basis. But I have so many, during this pandemic, I really sat down and wrote. And so I have a lot of songs that I'm thinking of even shopping to the Dirt Road Angels as well. I have also, not only do I do country, but I'm planning a rock album too.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, because I love all kinds of music. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll do an R&B record. Who knows? The sky's the limit. Why limit myself, right? I don't want to pigeonhole myself into any genre. That's the thing about me, because even with my band Dahlia and the Villains, we do a wide variety of music, and country just happens to be one of them. And I grew up on it, and so I do love it, and I love harmonies, and I love singing harmonies, and that's why it's very near and dear to my heart.
Well, we definitely look forward to whatever you do. That definitely we're looking forward to, because I said you definitely have some wonderful. You're super talented, very versatile voice. So I can definitely see you carrying off other genres too. So you definitely have us very curious on that. And and speaking of, because you talked about this very important story behind You Don't Get to Win. When it comes to you personally, what would you say so far has been your greatest victory on a personal level?
Maybe I think that song, because we normally when I write a song, I like to really be alone, and really I like to write in solitude, but in that case, we just banged it right off. And I usually I was thinking, okay, well, now I'll go home and write the melody by myself. No, in this case, I thought, you know what? This song is really important to her. So I'm going to sit here and just, and I gave her 2 melodies, and she chose the one which she liked the best. And, it was, and then for it to be recorded and released in such a fast manner, like we recorded it just, a few weeks later. And we wanted to get it done, just in case she passed away. And she literally listened to it 5 days before she passed away.
Right.
And I wanted to release it on June 10th, because that would have been like exactly a month later. But then due to COVID, all the distributors were behind, and I don't understand why, because everything's done online, but whatever. So 10 days after that, it was released officially. And I have a lyric video for it as well, which, really is her tribute to her, because she never had a proper funeral.
That's terrible. Yeah.
It is. And I feel so bad too, because while she was in the hospital, we weren't allowed to visit her. The day that I got to finally visit her was the day she died, and it just broke my flipping heart. I'm holding back tears right now.
Trying to then, I guess, move on to something I should say a little bit lighter then. So he said, keep the mood light. You seem like a very adventurous type, because I've seen, pictures of you in the Dirt Road Angels, kind of doing the cartwheels and jumping all over the place and rushing around. So what I'm wondering is there something on your bucket list that you've always wanted to try but have yet to have the opportunity to try it?
I want to go zip lining.
See, that wouldn't surprise me.
I really do. In Costa Rica. Or somewhere, I don't know, Mexico maybe. I don't know. I just, there are a lot of things on my bucket list, and I love to travel. But right now we're kind of, I feel like I'm in a prison.
I know. Yeah.
I can't teach. I can't do live music. I can't travel. All the things that I love to do. What can I do? I guess. But that's okay. I'm here talking to you, and you're in Italy, and so that's actually on my bucket list. I want to go to Italy. I want to have authentic Italian food, because Italian is my favorite.
Well, Italy is really looking forward to seeing you soon, both as a solo artist and the Dirt Road Angels, because as you have quite the fans over here, as both in the industry and outside of it as well. So we're definitely hoping you'll be able to make the trip soon. And a question we tend to often ask our guests is, if we were to open your fridge right now, what would we find inside it?
It's a Tetris, basically.
Really?
I like a lot of pickled foods.
Yeah.
So I've got pickled beets, pickled carrots, pickles, not pickled eggs, and I don't like pickled herring, so I will draw the line there. But no, there's just I don't know. I just fruits, vegetables, that kind of thing. Some meat. I don't know. Just very well balanced. Literally Tetris balanced.
I love that. That's fantastic. And you talked about, the fact of, you also enjoy partying and having a drink now and again and stuff. And if they named a drink after you, what would be in this drink?
Well, I love wine, so I don't know. I don't know. The whiny Dahlia. I don't I don't know.
So you're more of a wine person compared to, say, a mixed drinks person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Red wine, and cheese goes with my wine too.
There
So
you
yeah,
go.
I have a lot of cheese in my fridge as well. Different kinds.
Well, then Italy is definitely the place for you, indeed.
Yeah.
And hey, I can't blame you on liking the wine, indeed. And you're also, aside from being an incredibly talented artist, you're also an incredibly attractive woman as well. So what I'm wondering is, you're very welcome. What do you look for in a partner? Say, for example, your ideal man, for example. What are the qualities you look for in a partner?
I can't believe you're asking me this. Is this the dating game? I don't know.
That's why a lot of artists are afraid to talk to me because they don't know what kind of questions I might ask.
Yeah, I never even asked you for a list. I should have. Next time I'm asking you for a list.
I will do that. Okay.
Great. Well, I guess if I had to answer truthfully, honesty is one thing. A cheater, no, don't like those. Let's see, honesty, kindness, somebody who is looking for a long-term committed monogamous relationship. I just want the right fit with the right person. It would be great to have be a power couple. That's what I would really like. Somebody who is in the music industry. That would be awesome. Somebody who's my biggest fan and I'm their biggest fan. Somebody who wants to have a partnership, not just a relationship, a partnership where
Right.
you have each other's backs and you are genuinely interested in what the other person is doing without being clingy or needy.
Sure. Well, very well said. And I think that's usually, because seeing the kind of business you're in, it usually is better, I think, to find somebody within that same business, because I think people who are not within the music industry sometimes have trouble understanding the whole concept of being on tour, possibly being away from each other for X number of even months. So it can be tough. So I totally get that. I totally get that when it.
Thank you. Well, yeah, it's very. Trust is the biggest thing in this industry, and a lot of people, like I've been there, where I have had relationships that don't understand the business and are very jealous, and it's like, this is a business and that's what I treat it as. So they can think what they want to think, but in the end, it's the music, it's the business, it is the music business first and foremost. Yeah.
Very well said. And you coming from a country like Canada, which has had some fantastic female voices, throughout the years. You think of people like Anne Murray, you think of people like Terry Clark, Shania Twain. I mean, there are tons. Yeah. Would you say that right now there is a contemporary female artist in Canada that you think might become the next Shania Twain, the next Anne Murray, or do you think it's almost impossible to reach that status these days?
I feel, unfortunately, men in this genre have the upper hand these days. For some reason, I think back to like the 90s, where women were, on an even playing field as men, like with Shania. Like she was like, she's been my idol, one of my idols, big time. Faith Hill, Martina McBride, Reba McEntire, all those just the classic, but I don't really know. I don't have the answer to that. I wish I had a crystal ball, but I don't. I think us females are just trying our best in a male-dominated industry. I think we've said it before. It's not bro country right now, but I'd love it to be bra country. And, I love for there to be equality.
Sure, totally. I think so too. I mean, I think slowly but surely we might be seeing that, but I think it's hard. I think right now we really sort of need somebody to get behind, if you will, because, we used to have these kind of people who would be bearing the flag, for country music. I think maybe some time ago, most recently, was probably Taylor Swift was one of those who kind of had everybody rallying behind her, or maybe Carrie Underwood, but maybe not to the degree of, say, a Shania Twain. So I think we're still looking for that. We mentioned, of course, the unfortunate situation of COVID-19. Now, once we get back to some semblance of normalcy, what would you say are your immediate objectives, and you'd like to see these realized by the time 2020 is over?
By the time 2020 is over, oh my. Well, I would love to be able to have received a grant, either for my band or the Dirt Road Angels, and we already have a plan in place. It would just be a matter of carrying out those steps in January of 2021 is when we would want to start. The sooner the better. And, hopefully, God willing, everybody will stay healthy. So I do plan on doing my own record as well as one with the Dirt Road Angels. So that's what I really want to do. I just, I want to see, I would like, more students and to be able to carry on my group classes. And I just want my kids healthy and happy as well.
Oh, hey, we could definitely just hope that all this will happen for sure, indeed, Dahlia, and we can go back to, the world, what it was, a few months before all this hit us, definitely. And speaking of great stuff, we're going to be going into another awesome song of yours, or shall we say the Dirtwood Angels, the project that you are a part of course, which I believe you actually wrote, which is actually Enjoy the Ride. Now, when it comes to this song, any particular stories or anecdotes behind this one?
Oh my gosh, you do go for the gusto. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, if I have to be candid and honest, I guess I wrote this about an ex who was kind of like a stick in the mud, and he would not enjoy anything until he reached his destination, and it was kind of hellish to go traveling with him because he wasn't enjoying the ride. He wasn't enjoying the simple things, and that's what I love. Like, if sure, a tire goes flat. Okay, well, whatever. You laugh it off and you fix it and you go on your merry little way instead of it, oh my God, the world is over, And so that's what sometimes we get so busy that we forget to focus on the little things in life and the moments that make up our lives. It's not just reaching the end goal. Oh, I'm going to reach the end goal and then be happy. No, happiness starts within, and you have, I don't know. I'm a positive person and I just can't be with negative people. Simple as that.
And that's why we so enjoy talking to you, for sure, Dahlia. Well, we're going to be going into this great song. This will be in the Dirtwood Angels and Enjoy the Ride. Dahlia, I want to once again thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciated it. And of course, I want to wish you continued success with your career and all the very best for 2020.
Thank you. And I wish the best for you too. It was such a pleasure talking to you, and of all these wonderful surprise questions.
Well, you took you definitely did a great job in answering them. Alrighty. Well, folks, you just heard it from the wonderful Dahlia Wakefield. Be sure to check her out if you've yet to do so. She is definitely worth your time. She has a great single out there, You Don't Get to Win. Be sure to pick that up. In the meantime, enjoy this other great project of hers, of course, the Dirtwood Angels, with Enjoy the Ride. You are tuned into the Whiskey and Cigarettes Show with your Italian DJ Nik. We'll be right back after this.
Have you ever really thought about what it's all for? You spring from me to be like the devil's at your feet. Can I pencil you in? Can you make the time to meet? Enjoy the moment, it fades too fast. Enjoy the ride, 'cause it doesn't last. If this was your last day here on earth, would you enjoy the ride? For here and now, the past is a memory, but the present is past. Somehow, no matter how you juggle, you get nowhere as you struggle to keep all of the balls in the air.